هذا الدين الصحيح. قال الله قال رسوله قال الصحابة.
فإن آمنوا بمثل ما آمنتم به فقد اهتدوا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضاه. أما بعد. In this lesson we're going to cover الدرس الثاني from الوحدة السادسة, the second lesson from unit 6. The question for today's lesson is هل تحب الصحابة وأئمة الدين? Do you love the Sahaba and the A'immah, the great scholars and leaders of this religion? Do you love them?
Yeah.
You love them. Okay, that's what this lesson is going to be about. We're going to speak about As-Sahabah. Who are the Sahaba? Let me tell you who the Sahaba are, yeah? They are people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose to accompany the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Man nabiyuk? Muhammad. Very good. So Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is your Nabi, is your Prophet. His friends are called Sahaba. So Sahaba are the people that lived during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They met the Prophet and they believed in the Prophet and died as Muslims. Some of them are big, some of them are small. Some of them are old, some of them are young. Some of them are men, some of them are women. So all of the people who lived during the Prophet's time and they believed in the Prophet and they helped him and they supported him and they taught others the religion of Islam, these people who died upon Islam, they are Sahaba.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are the Sahaba?
Prophet's friend.
Good job. So those are the Sahaba. And you know why we have to love the Sahaba?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 5 reasons why we love the Sahaba. Pay attention, yeah? I'm going to ask you questions after. Number one, we love the Sahaba because Allah loves them.
Allah loves them.
So we love them.
Yeah.
Why do we love the Sahaba? Because Allah loves the Sahaba.
Allah loves the Sahaba.
Yeah, in the Quran, if you look at the Quran, you find radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. Allah is pleased with them, just as they are pleased with Allah. So the first reason why we love the Sahaba is because Allah loves the Sahaba.
Yeah.
Memorize that.
Yeah.
Okay, second reason. Remember, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons. So second reason, we love the Sahaba because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam loves the Sahaba. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said they are the best of this ummah.
Yeah.
That's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is because they are the best of people after the prophets and messengers. Who are the best of people, the best humans? Prophets and messengers. They are number 1. Then second rank are the Sahaba. The Sahaba of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are number 2.
Number 2.
When you're listing the best of people, first is prophets and messengers, then number 2 is the Sahaba of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They are the best of people.
Yeah.
So because they are the best of people after the prophets and messengers, we also have to love them and try to be like them. Are we Sahaba? We're not Sahaba because we didn't meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and lived in his time and we died upon Islam, we are Sahaba. But we didn't live in his time. So we have to love the Sahaba who met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and try to be like them. Is that understood? So reason number 3 was because they are the best people after the prophets and messengers. Okay, reason number 4 is because the Sahaba strove and they fought and they worked hard to guard and preserve and protect Islam.
Yeah.
So they helped the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah.
The Prophet was alone by himself and he had so many different enemies. But the Sahaba, who were the friends of the Prophet, they helped him.
Yeah.
They said, what do you need? They helped him with their money. They helped with giving him good ideas. They helped him with helping him to build masjids and teaching people, going to different countries to spread the message of Islam. They fought against the enemies of the Prophet ﷺ and the enemies of Islam so that Islam reigns superior, so that Islam is strong. So that's reason number 4, because they helped to safeguard Islam. They helped to protect and defend the Prophet ﷺ and spread the message. If it wasn't for Allah preserving the deen through the Sahaba, perhaps many of the people now would not be Muslim. Islam would not have reached us. And this is why we also love أئمة الدين. So reason number 4 is because the Sahaba, they protected the religion. And likewise, أئمة الدين, the scholars, generation after generation. So after the Sahaba, there were other people who followed the Sahaba. Then after them was other people who followed them, who followed them, who followed them. All of them were following on from the Sahaba. They are called أئمة الدين, the leaders of Islam. Even in our time, we have أئمة الدين. Who's your favorite Sheikh?
Sheikh Fawzan.
Sheikh Fawzan is from أئمة الدين. We have to love him. Who else do you love?
Sheikh Yahya.
So Sheikh Yahya as well. أئمة الدين, there's Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad and many other mashayikh. These are the ones who are alive. Some of them have passed away from before, like Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn al-Qayyim. After him, Shaykh Muhammad ibn al-Wahhab. These are great scholars. أئمة الدين. We love them for the same reason why we love the Sahaba. Point number 4. Because they guard the deen. They protect the deen. They memorize it and teach it to others and spread Islam. That's point number 4. Point number 5 is we love the Sahaba because loving the Sahaba is a clear sign to differentiate between a true believer and a liar. Someone who's not a true believer, a munafiq, a hypocrite. If you love the Sahaba, that means you're a good Muslim. If you hate the Sahaba, that means you're lying. You're not Muslim. You're not a good Muslim. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Ayatul Imani Hubbul Ansar. Wa Ayatul Nifaqi Bughdul Ansar. The sign of Iman is people loving the Ansar. Ansar are a group from the Sahaba. And the sign of Nifaq, being a hypocrite, is hating the Sahaba. So people who hate the Sahaba, they're bad. People who insult and curse the Sahaba, they're bad.
Yeah.
You have to praise the Sahaba, you have to love the Sahaba, and you have to mention good things about the Sahaba. You don't say bad things about the Sahaba, okay?
Yeah.
If you love someone, you don't mention anything bad about that person. You only mention good things. Understood? So these are 5 reasons why we love the Sahaba. Number 1, because Allah loves the Sahaba.
Yeah.
Say, Allah loves the Sahaba.
I love the Sahaba.
Number 2, the Prophet loves the Sahaba.
Prophet love the Sahaba.
Number 3,
Number 3,
because the Sahaba
Sahaba
are the best people
the best people
after
after
the prophets
prophets
and messengers.
masters.
Number 4,
Number 4,
because the Sahaba,
for the Sahaba
they spread the deen of Allah.
had the deen of Allah.
And number 5, because
Number 5, because
loving them
loving them
is a sign
for the same
of Iman.
for me, man.
That's why we don't say anything bad about the Sahaba. Okay? If someone says something bad about the Sahaba, you tell them, don't say anything bad about the Sahaba.
Yeah.
That's very bad. If you speak bad about Abu Bakr, about Umar, about Aisha, about Ali, about Uthman, whether they are old or young, male or female, anyone who says anything bad about the Sahaba, you have to tell them, stop! Don't speak bad about the Sahaba. If it wasn't for the Sahaba, you would not even be a Muslim.
Yeah.
You have to tell them that.
Yeah.
And tell them this is very bad.
Yeah.
Allah does not like people speaking about the Sahaba, and the Prophet ﷺ doesn't like people speaking about his friends. Okay? هل تحب الصحابة وأئمة الدين? Do you love the Sahaba and the leaders of the religion? Say نعم.
نعم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
Yes,
Yes.
I love them.
Yes, I love them.
نعم.
نعم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
نعم.
نعم.
أنا أحبهم.
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 أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
أنا أحبهم.
ممتاز. Let's do some coloring in now. حب الصحابة كلهم لي مذهب ومودة القربى بها أتوسل.
حب الصحابة كلهم لي مذهب ومودة القربى بها أتوسل.
ولكلهم قدر على وفضائل لكنما الصديق منهم أفضل.
ولكلهم قدر على وفضائل لكنما الصديق منهم أفضل.
قام أبو بكر الذي ولاه أمر صلاة الناس وارتضاه، فعاش حولين وعاش أشهرا 3 تزيد ثلثا نوفرا، ومات في شهر جماد الآخرة يوم الثلاثاء ل7 غابرة. وكانت الردة في أيامه فصلح النقض على إبرامه، وقام من بعد أبي بكر عمر فبرزت أيامه تلك الغرر، تضعضعت منه ملوك فارس وخرت الروم على المعاطس. أسلم كسرى فارس إيوانه وأصبحت مفروسة فرسانه، وأجلت الروم عن الشآم وأدبرت مخافة الإسلام. ودانت الأقطار للفاروق واتسعت عليه بعد الضيق، ووهب الله له الشهادة خاتمة دلت على السعادة. وذاك من بعد سنين 10 وشطر حول يا له من شطر. وقام عثمان بن عفان الرضا بالأمر 12 ثم مضى مستشهدا على طريق الحق، لم يثنه عنه بنات الطرق. وفوض الأمر إلى علي الهاشمي الفاضل الزكي، فقام بالأمر سنين 94 من الشهور شرعا، ثم مضى مستشهدا محمودا، عاش حميدا ومضى مفقودا. وكان هذا عام 40 منها انقضت من عدة السنين، وانتقل الأمر عن المدينة. وكان حقا ما روى سفينا عن النبي في ولاة الأمة من الملوك ومن الأئمة. وقل إن خير الناس بعد محمد وزيراه قدما ثم عثمان الأرجح، ورابعهم خير البريات بعدهم علي حليف الخير بالخير منجح. وإنهم للرهط لا ريب فيهم على نجوب الفردوس بالنور تسرح. سعيد وسعد وابن عوف وطلحة وعامر فهر والزبير الممدح. وقل خير قول في الصحابات كلهم ولا تك طعانا تعيب وتجرح. فقد نطق الوحي المبين بفضلهم، وفي الفتح آي للصحابة تمدح.
بارك الله فيك. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
وهم السلف الصالح الذين نحن نقتدي بهم